Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Just wanted to update you with a bit of information, a few things regarding EGR plates and what happens, what they do and what they don't do, and how well they work and how well they don't work, and a little bit to do with that 7mm crow's foot spanner I've just got sitting over the corner there. We'll get to that. So we'll do the EGR plate stuff first. So obviously I'm going to treat it a little bit like you don't know anything about this plate, so we'll start from scratch, but I'll try and keep the basics short, and also there's going to be some new updated information in relation to this plate. Now, as I always say, up until now we don't buy, sell or install these plates. Simply, really, we're just busy doing other stuff, so we don't really get involved in it. It's a messy thing, this EGR cleaning and whatever, so really we've got better things to do, to be quite honest, but it is a messy thing that needs to be cleaned. We don't recommend you any sort of on-car carbon soot cleans or whatever. If you look at our other videos, you'll see the quantity and the photos and the posts we've done on Facebook over the years, the quantity of the mess we've found. And you know, it's not the cups, you know, these little red lids off the, you know, degreaser cans. When you're getting 3 or 4 cups of that just out of the EGR area and the elbow and just the start of the manifold, you can feel 4 cups overflowing. It's a lot of quantity. You can't just wash that through an engine, so that's pretty obvious, right? We're not going to argue about that with anyone. It's pretty obvious. You've got a really high compression diesel engine, there's no room in there. You're not going to be washing that through the engine. It's not going to happen. Obvious, right? Okay, so now we've got that. We know that we've got to pull it apart to clean it, okay? And then once you clean it, obviously you don't want to do that every 20,000 K, so you're looking for a solution. And you're probably a bit confused about what to do. What do I do, you know? Because you can switch you can have people switch EGRs off, and obviously we don't do that. That would definitely be illegal, okay? There's no doubt about it. In every state of Australia and probably other countries, it would be illegal. Now, some people don't care about legalities and whatever, and I think, you know, it's all got to be taken into account, you know? Some people think rules are made to be broken. Some rules are made, unfortunately, because rules are made because of some people, if you know what I mean. It'd be good, a bit of common sense prevails, okay? So I'll tell you how this plate works, right? The way it works, it's been engineered with a 7mm hole that reduces the flow. Now I can tell you a couple things. At idle, there's still at least 20% inert gases going through, and it only takes a very small amount to cool the combustion. This is not cooling it to make your engine cooler and happier and last longer. It's cooling the combustion. In other words, stuffing up the combustion, right? So it doesn't work as well, to reduce nitrogen oxides, okay? Now, we're not going to go into the full detail of nitrogen oxides. You can Google that. Google what's nitrogen oxides and when do they happen and all that, right? And you'll soon work out that, you know, when your foot's hard on the pedal, when you make a nitrogen oxide, the EGR valve's closed, it's not helping the situation anyway, right? And when you back off, well, that's when it works, okay? So when your foot's off the accelerator, when you're sitting at idle, when you're accelerating lightly, when the EGR valve's open, it's still going to pull a little bit through this hole, okay? But it's re-engineered, it's a flow reduction plate, okay? Now, I'm not going to say whether it's legal or not, because I'm not a lawyer, and it's all in the fine print. It depends what state you're reading the rules, and, you know, so, you know, what do they say? Off-road use only, whatever, right? I'll just tell you what works. I'm not going to tell you whether you should do it or not. You decide that. You need to do your homework. This works, this 7mm plate, okay? It's made by Kaon 4x4. So you can find them on eBay. Just search the seller Kaon, K-A-O-N 4x4, Kaon 4x4, or you can check out their website, kaon.com.au, right? So they're about $10. It doesn't matter, right? Good guys, good company, awesome service. So that's who you support. You support the good guys. Doesn't matter if you pay double, mate. $5, $10, $20. When it's the right people, just give the right people your money, right? For the service, you know. So there's the plate, 7mm holes to go. This is the plate we like, simply because you've got to pull it all apart to clean it anyway, and we like it because it sits in place really well. When you're doing your injectors at the same time or cleaning your manifold, you got your pipes off, so easy to slip into place. That one with the slots cut out, you can get one if you want, but we don't prefer it. The little tag on the way's in the side. I find it harder to get in there, you know what I mean? You know, when I've done the test fits to see what they're like, it just doesn't sort of, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. These are the plates we like, each to their own. What we've done, this is the new part about it, okay? So although we don't buy, sell or install them, now we do. Now we don't, we buy them and we sell them, we don't install them. So as part of the injector kit, it's another optional extra, right? If I'm in a really good mood, I'll just throw it in for free, whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? So, but the deal is, if you can grab it off eBay, you'll get that first. And you might even want to, what a lot of people do is they join the VIP group we got on Facebook. You can pay your deposit for your injectors, even though you're not quite ready yet. And then you can watch all the videos on cleaning EGRs and whatever, because, you know, you've already decided you're going to do it anyway yourself, right? And we're just backing you up with that. There's your video on cleaning EGR. You've got your plate, pop it in there, happy days. That's kind of like your apprenticeship to doing your injectors. And then you go and watch more videos that, you know, how to do the injectors and all the tech tips and whatever, what to do and what not to do. And then when you're ready, you just pay the balance and get your injector kit, right? So I just want to say, if you are buying injectors, you need to be clear. It's not a standard part. We've got a whole heap of things. I can't tell you how many things are in our injector kit. We've got a little competition going at the moment. I've got to get on that page on our, what's the page called? Prado 1K FTV injectors. I don't even know what the page is called. Anyway, where's that? Where's that piece of paper? Here it is. Prado Hilux 1K FTV injectors. There it is. Too many pages and groups, you're right. Hope you found that entertaining. You can try a 5mm if you like, or a 6mm. There are those available as well. If your EGR system's really new and working 100%, that may work, but you just don't need to. What happens with a 7mm hole? It stays really clean, okay? I've put photos up in other videos, videos, whatever, right? This is what happens when you haven't got a catch can. So this is the other reason for this video. I'll see questions on the YouTube channel. So you want me to be clear about what you should do, okay? This is what I'm going to do right here. This is what works best to keep your intake clean and make your engine last the longest. Don't have a catch can. Allow the crankcase ventilation system to breathe and evacuate those the moisture and whatever wants to come out with it, right? It's ventilating the engine. Get the moisture, any combustion gases, whatever. Let it get it out and flow freely without any restriction of any filters whatsoever that can block up and cause problems, right? It does happen, so it can happen. It just works better when it's flowing freely the way it was designed to. That's what it's there for. Don't interrupt that simple system, okay? The real problem isn't a tiny little bit of oil in your intake, and that's all it is. It might look like it might look like a lot at the joins because that's where it accumulates, excuse me. You know, where the two pipes join and you've got a rubber sock there, it sits in there, of course, because there's like a 2-3mm gap, a low point. Bit of oil's going to sit there, you take it off, like, oh, no oil, no. Look in the pipe, there's bugger all, okay? Now, the oil's not the problem, and it's not designed to lubricate, but we like the oil in there because it helps lubricate the system. Think of it this way, right? The exhaust gas recirculation, the soot in the exhaust is the problem, okay? So what we recommend for your engine, right, is to put the plate in with a 7mm hole, clean the whole intake, and not have a catch can. That's what we recommend. Save your money. It's untidy. Like I said, I've shown on other videos, the brackets wobble around. They can tear your guards to pieces if you use it on corrugations. You know, they're not all the best brackets and that sort of thing. You know, it's an aftermarket idea. We'll do the minimum so we can sell you a catch can, you know. Anyway, there's the deal, right? What else can I tell you? There's the plate. You can buy it off eBay. You can buy it off their website, karen.com.au. Or if you're buying an injector kit off me, you can say, Anth, can you please put in one of those plates, right? Now, this is why, another reason why we use K-On. Have a look at this one, right? So this is a full block. That's why I've written block on there. Have a look at the size of the holes on that one, right? And this is like really sloppy. The studs they go on, these holes are like 10mm or something, right? I'm guessing. The studs are like 6mm, right? So we don't want them to be 6mm, but see how this one's smaller? See through the hole? It's only about 1mm or 2. It's about 2mm difference, right? I don't know what it is, right? Compare the pair. It just sits a bit nice, right? Things like that. Just the quality's better. Some sellers, they sell thicker plates. Thicker isn't better. It's not going to melt. It's not going to go anywhere. That's one that's been used. That's what it looks like. That was a test one that we put in a vehicle for off-road use only, and of course we took it back out again because the vehicle needs to go on-road as well. So it's optional in the kit. If you need a plate, you can ask us for that. Be aware, it's not standard. There's around, look, without counting the bag and, you know, the invoice and whatever that comes with the kit, of the individual parts, and I'm not counting pipes as 4 or injectors at 4, there's around about 20 different individual parts in that kit, right? And this probably makes it, I don't know if it makes it 19, 20 or 21, right? So that's the first part I want to tell you about, the EGR plate, optional. Now, I want to mention the crowsfoot spanner again as well, because we basically we introduced that as a freebie that you've, again, just got to ask for. A lot of those went. We got low on stock. We ran out. Luckily, people weren't asking too much. A couple of people missed out. Anyway, you get that. We said while stocks last, as always, you know, while stocks last, and it's the same deal while stocks last. We've got a few again now, and this is one of your last chances to get one this week. It's this week only, or when we run out, whichever comes first. I'm actually taking a break. I'm on leave for a couple of weeks after the end of this week. We've always got someone here that can send parts, you know, there's people here looking after things, feeding the dogs and that, but I'd rather not because it's still got to go through me. I'm on holidays. Please give me a break. So this week is your last chance if you want to get a set of injectors in the next few weeks. If you can if it's not this week, please hold off till the 7th of October. The crowsfoot spanner is still free, but what we're asking you to do, I did mention in another video, but I'm just trying to drop it in this one as well. If you can please return it. A lot of people return their old injectors, right? So we've got some old, we've got one packet here. I'm just going to put, there's one packet there we're going to open up. Over here. We're going to open those up, so there they are. Just sort of, you know, whatever. I'm going to mess things up. There are a couple of packages that came back from people. What we do with those, we open them up, we strip them down, we do a contamination check, which is free for you. It's a good thing for you. These bags are only 13 or 15 bucks each or something, right? So we're telling you about a few things here, so I'll move those out of the way. They look a bit untidy, don't they, right? Let's put everything. That looks better, doesn't it? Something better to look at. Send your injectors back, because you're not going to use this tool again for another 5 or 10 years, right? There is a shortage of them. We're buying all the stock we can get, and we're waiting for it at the moment. It's coming on ships, you know, and but we can reuse them. The point is, if you send them, put them in this bag, right, the crows with the injectors. But it was free after all, right? So look, you know, you can own it, or you can just be thoughtful and share it with everyone else, and we'll pass it on to the next guy. That allows us to provide better service. Pass it on. If they're all coming back to us, we might have 100 out there, whatever, and most of them coming back to us. We can stop buying more and just share them around. It's always going to come. There's always going to be one next time you get a kit, or next time you need to do the job anyway. All right. So just a request. So guys, thanks for watching again. You know the deal. Hit the subscribe button, notifications on, help a mate, share it somewhere, share it to a Prado or Hilux group somewhere so they understand the plate, how it works. It works really well. I'll give you a little bit more info actually. No, the hole doesn't block up. The hole doesn't block up because this plate goes at the start of the E-jar cooler, between the E-jar cooler and the head, okay? Between the E-jar cooler and the head. There's no oil there. That's why it's just like this black staining, right? You know, whatever, right? Doesn't even come off anymore, right? It's like spray paint, right? There's no oil there. I'll give you a closer look. Right? There's no oil. It's just black soot. So it's sort of like inside, a little bit like the inside of your exhaust pipe, I suppose, you know? I mean, that'd be worse. You'd put your finger in there, you know? Yeah, all this soot in the tailpipe here, you know, because the DPF's not working. Anyway, you know, it'd be a little bit blacker in there, but you get my picture, right? That's where it's got to go. So for the people that were asking the question, so what do we do? Catch can, no catch? No catch can. No catch can. No catch can. You don't need it. Save your money and spend 5 or 10 bucks, whatever it is, on one of these. K1 4x4 on eBay. Plate it up. Like I said, that's what works best. Okay? Shutting off would be illegal. Shutting off would be worse for people. Nitrogen oxides are cancerous. You know, they cause cancer, they cause heart attack and strokes. It's not good for our health. So a solution to diesel particulates and nitrogen oxides is really good. So we do like to have, we'll call it an E-jar system, something like that operating. You know, it'd be good if there was a filter or some other sort of system. That's why, you know, if they get rid of that, the AdBlue system might work better. That will negate the need for E-jar. And DPF, you know, as much as people have problems, whatever, it's actually a good idea. It's a filter that helps keep the air cleaner what we're breathing for us, which is good. But unfortunately, with all the brands, there's problems from time to time. Let's pick on Toyota. No, that's another video. We're not picking on Toyota. It's just what it is. We don't see it as a big problem. We haven't heard about all these big issues that seem to be getting spread around at the moment. There's your information. No catch can. Put a plate in. kaon.com.au. Awesome guys. Or hit them up on eBay. Kaon 4x4. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See ya.